Alright, so I made it out of Corrigan. Officer Richard, I know I said that I wouldn't put your face, and I don't know why you think your face is somehow gonna endanger your family. I mean, anybody you arrested already knows your face. So, I don't know what you were talking about. I was perfectly willing to respect you, but then you didn't have any respect for me. You know, I came up on that traffic stop. You're trying to tell me go 100,000 feet, pointing with your finger like I'm a dog. I mean, I'm sorry. Like I told you at the traffic stop, you were willing to die at one point for our rights, and now you're a tyrant, and I don't respect tyrants. So your face will be in this video. Here you go. Out here with Nins now, Patrick. The Battousai was here earlier today. And was detained and issued a ticket for filming. I don't know if y'all noticed that. Patrick walked all the way down. It should be open.
No, it's got a lock.
That is number 3 there in the line. That is Melina's car. I'm hoping he comes out. Maybe I can ask him some questions about the supposedly he witnessed me enter vehicle. Of course, if you looked at the PC affidavit, it's secondhand. Officer Brown says that Melina witnessed me do it. I think it's kind of funny that Melina didn't write the report himself if that's what he witnessed. I really appreciate these guys. Patrick, Mr. Turner, the Battousai, coming out here and helping raise awareness of this legal stuff that they're doing. They voted somehow. They think they can restrict our First Amendment rights. It's public property, it's not blocked off, and you can see all the signs are behind the cars. So if you were to come up here and record their cars, technically you're breaking a city ordinance, and you wouldn't know it until you saw the first sign, which, you know, it's all the way up there on the building. They detained the Battousai just because he walked through the parking lot to come to the door and was recording the whole time, which is crazy. The public has to have access. I've been trespassed, that's why I'm over here across the street. Staying on public property though, you know, I'm on the easement. So this news now, Patrick. Still staying on the easement. He's not in their parking lot, technically. But I'm sure they'll give him some crap for it all the same.
I think that, hey, is that an officer?
That's Richards.
Are you guys open for business? I'm here to get a report. Sarge, are you guys open? I'm trying to get a report. Sergeant, do I hit the ring bell? What do I do? Are they open for business? I'm not sure. I'm open. Oh, you're open.
Hey, Officer Melina. Melina, can I just ask one question? Do you mind? Can I ask one question? Are you Melina? No, it's a question for you particularly. So they got Officer Melina running. Melina, real quick, please. Yeah, so apparently he's not going to answer my question. I guess they told him not to talk to me, which would be smart of him. And he's being smart, he's not going to lie on record. That's the officer that supposedly witnessed me get in the car, but another officer wrote the report. Melina wouldn't answer a question. It's really kind of stinks. He was a very friendly officer the other day, but he just doesn't want to talk today. And I can imagine why. You know, they know that what they did was illegal, and so they probably instructed him to be quiet and not talk to me. I really think he's a good officer. He's just, you know, he's between a rock and a hard place, you know. This is how he feeds his family. That was Melina, though. Here comes somebody. So they like to illegally trespass people. That's the officer that illegally trespassed me, along with the other officer you just saw come to the door. Those are the two that came to my cell while I was locked up and had me sign a trespass. Hey Richards, can I get the 2 complaint forms? Well, he didn't say no.
They literally have somebody. Alright guys, so you're gonna love this. They literally have somebody doing door lock, Corrigan. And they have it unlock it, open it for the sergeants. Okay, we're gonna lock it, unlock it, and then push the door open until the sergeant can come in. That's their only duty for the day, and they're in a uniform doing that. Alright.
He's a new officer, so he probably doesn't make that much just yet, but it's still city money going towards that.
Alright.
It's a guy. I don't think I've ever saw a female officer here.
Oh, okay.
Except for the ones that, you know, have the extra parts. Literally, this PD is right across the street from people's houses. They say you can't. They say that you cannot record from that side. You have to be over here. And I'm staying over here because they illegally trespassed me last time I was here. They illegally arrested me last time I was here. Said for burglary of a vehicle, but I never even broke the plane to the door. So, and of course, you know, as you can see, they got cameras, plus the officer Melina that just ran. He was here. He was the officer that's quoted in the PC report as being the officer that witnessed me open the door to a patrol car and get inside, which I never entered the vehicle. I never even broke the plane of the door. Stood on the outside of it, opened the door, and stayed on the outside of the door. So it's very interesting. They're not wanting to come out here and mess with Patrick. The Battousai coming out here and tying up, people tying up their lines after they illegally detained the Battousai. So I don't know how much longer they're gonna make us wait out here. I asked for a complaint form. Patrick said he needs to make a records request. Seems like they do not like transparency or accountability. I would definitely say that they make it look like they are hiding something. But of course, this is Corrigan. You know, the mayor sleeps with the police chief, so the police chief isn't going to get any grief from the mayor. I've had multiple people tell me, you know, this PD's corrupt as hell. I've been invited to come and check out the voting, which I will be doing. Be very interesting to see what's happened. You know, maybe do some exit polling after the voting. Do some exit polling and see how many I can record of So it looks like Patrick decided, since they're not going to come out and talk to him, that he's going to record outside from the vehicle. Remember, they have the no video or pictures taken. It says inside the patrol car. It does not say of inside, it says inside. So you can't take any from inside the vehicle, which is silly because they're breaking their own ordinances. They have cameras inside the police vehicle that record while you're in transit to other departments. So seems kind of silly. They also have another sign that says no unauthorized personnel in or around patrol cars. It's funny, on the bottom of both of those signs, hey Patrick, on the bottom of both those signs they list the same city ordinance. So which one is it? Or is it all, you know what I mean? I would say that Mr. Turner's the interaction with Mr. Turner and his followers has soured them from violating anybody else's rights today. It's definitely what it seems like to me. So they have the city ordinance there listed on the bottom of both of those signs. The notice and the restricted area both have the exact same city ordinance. Apparently the city council voted to restrict your rights, restrict your First Amendment, because that's exactly what it is. This is not blocked off. There's no red paint down there to say, you know, I mean, that might help them. I still don't think even with the red paint they'd have to put a fence up. They especially can't have the signs all the way up there. You know, it's entrapment. I come from over here, I walk up to that first car, then that one, and then maybe I see the sign, maybe I don't. I keep going, you know what I mean? It's entrapment. If you don't, that's why trespassing has very strict rules on how to restrict access to a place.
Are you requesting to talk to me?
Oh, yeah.
All right, come on.
Okay.
Come on.
What's that?
Come on.
Somewhere.
Inside.
No, I'm okay. Y'all are closed.
Come on inside. Would you like to speak? I have cars to still fence for you. Come on.
What's that?
Come on. Dude, I'm not playing your game. Would you like to speak to me or not?
Hey.
Okay.
So I asked for a records request?
Okay, this is the police department, man. We don't give up on records. We don't do that.
Okay, but you do have police department records books, alright?
No. Here's a card for you. That's how you do that.
It's upside down. I can't see it. Can you flip it around?
No, there you go.
I don't like it.
I'm sorry. Take the card.
So this is my
You wanted the card. You wanted
transport officer.
That's how you do it. There you go. There it is. What's your name, buddy?
So definitely tyrant activity. They can act however they want because the police chief sleeps with the mayor. I just like 2 complaint forms, please. 2 complaint forms? Can I get 2 complaint forms? To complain on an officer? For my illegal arrest here. It's part of my lawsuit.
Go step in the road.
Hey, you stay out of the road.
I'm on east.
What, Seba?
For my lawsuit. I have to file a complaint first before I can file the lawsuit.
For who? What?
For y'all's department.
For what?
For my illegal arrest here.
Your illegal arrest here.
Yes, sir. You don't remember you transported me to Polk County.
Okay.
That's why I'm over here.
Okay.
On the public easement over here instead of over there.
Okay.
So I can't come in there and get the records requests.
You wanna? Here you go. That's how you get one.
All right. What about the complaint form?
Okay. What do you want to complain about?
I want to write out a complaint.
Okay. About
an officer. About 2 officers.
Okay. Who?
I don't.
I'm a sergeant.
Okay, I understand that, but one of the officers is higher than you,
Who's hired me?
the chief,
Okay.
and the other officer. I don't want to sit here and explain stuff to you just because you're with them. Y'all are all in the same gang, and I don't want to. You know, I'd rather fill out my complaint, turn it in, and then at least have it on file. You know what I mean?
Okay. Sit tight.
Thank you, sir. So, before they arrested me, I told them that I wanted a complaint form to complain on, and the second officer that showed up. And then the chief came out here and acted a little crazy. So I said I wanted a complaint form for him. They told me I could get it after we were done. And then of course, they ended up arresting me illegally. Never gave me a complaint form. Told me that I could send friends or family up here to get a complaint form. And that was the only way I was gonna get a complaint form. Definitely wanted me to just tell him the story instead of writing a written complaint. If you come in here and you just talk to them and you tell them, you speak to a supervisor or something, good departments that are not corrupt may take care of it. This department is definitely corrupt, so I don't believe just telling the sergeant here will get anything fixed. Masonic Lodge of Corrigan. I don't know why I have a little bit of an obsession with the Masonic lodges. Mostly just because they are probably the most well advertised, not advertised group. Every building that they ever level, they put these cornerstones in, and I just like them. They're always cool. The buildings are always pretty solid, you know. You can see where there might be a little foundation crack there, but notice it's not going up. You know, they know how to build stuff. That of course is a hallmark of a Masonic lodge. Yes, sir.
And I would look like you respect my wishes, all right?
Go ahead.
I am a drug and narcotics officer. You know, I don't want you to put me on camera.
Okay.
I'm requesting you. I'm answering your questions. I'm trying to help you what you asked for. So do my respect. Have respect for me and my family. Do you mind?
No.
So please put it that way. You can record, whatever. But I don't want to be on camera. You know why?
Okay.
You know how many drugs I get off the street here?
I can imagine.
Okay. So I don't want me and my family to be in jeopardy. And you will respect that, right? You're a man of your word, and you told me you respect me and my family, right? I do the same for you and your family, so I came out here to give you what you wanted. So, that being said, I am asking you not to put me on camera.
Okay.
Out of respect. Because of my job and what I do. Okay. City of Corrigan Police Department complaint procedures. Read it. Follow them to a T. Fill them all out, turn it back into me.
Okay. Thank you,
Any other
sir.
questions?
No, sir, that's it. I guess when I get these done, I can give the call up here, and then I'll meet you out here somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only thing you can do. You're not allowed on the properties, right?
According to y'all,
CTWs.
but you have to. I have to break the law first.
You can be asked to leave any business or any place.
Well, no, any business, yes. If a privately owned business, I mean, at the bottom of your trespass, it even says private property. You know, the owner, controller.
I'm not going to get in legal terms with you, but we've already talked about that stuff before.
Yeah.
So, that being said, if you do have, fill them out. I mean, call and ask me and I'll come out, but I'm asking you for your respect and your privacy.
Yeah, I'll do that for you. Thank you for bringing them out. I had my doubts on whether you bring it out.
You know that all this is doing is wasting our city time, right? I mean, I have calls and people waiting for us, and our lines are blowing up because of this.
I mean, I didn't do anything. I didn't even burgle. I mean, you said you watched the video. We both know that at that time you didn't watch the video because you kept saying I entered the vehicle.
We're not going to talk about that. You can do whatever you got to do for that. But right there, this is what you're going to do. Read it, fill it out to a T. So, any other questions?
That's it. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
You have a good day. Be safe. That's Officer Richard. He's just another person with a camera. I think he's live. I don't know if he can.
I don't want to stand in the sun.
So.
Come on in, no, I'm not scared of nothing, dude. That's where you're wrong. You're the one hiding behind the camera, so it's not me. Okay? So, not scared. I don't want to stand in the sun. I'm a big guy. Dude, nobody got arrested. Why are you making up stuff? That's called detain. That's called detain. Learn the law. Hey, Mr. White, teach him his laws, man. You need to teach him right. He thinks that being handcuffed off the safety is arrest. Teach him the laws, man. Hey, man, don't go start doing stuff like that. Be a man, be respectful. Be a man, be respectful. That man, gentleman earlier was not arrested.
So, Philip Turner was not arrested.
You are. You're lying to all the people right there. He's not arrested.
If he was just detained, why'd y'all turn his camera off? I mean, that's...
Was I here?
No, you were not here.
Okay, so why would you ask me a question like that? Was I here?
I'm just saying it's...
All right, well, you know you can detain you for any reason, right? It's officer safety.
Right, but the Supreme Court has said that you cannot shut off the cameras.
You ain't gonna be able to pump me. You can't pump me.
They want him to go inside so bad because the PD now has posted signs that say 5 o'clock. They want to try to entrap him is what I feel. Get him inside and then say, well, he was here after 5, so... Little kitty. 3 people with cameras. Pretty scary. Basically, they said they detained Mr. Turner. And of course, he spouted off the officer safety, which is just crap. You know, I don't know why detain him for officer safety. He's a man with a camera. You know, you saw when the officer put the camera on his hood and pointed it toward the Battousai, that there was nothing scary about him, unless you're just scared of black men, which is definitely I think the point that Patrick was getting at. Officer tried to say that it wasn't an arrest, but you know, they turned his camera off. They put him in cuffs and removed him from where he was against his will. Looks like they, even though they didn't want to engage, they definitely want to find out where we're going. You should probably go ahead into the park. Okay. You got a hat? In the back of the car, there's hats. They got one going that way, one went that way. We'll see where this one goes. They go one straight, one down that way, one there. Definitely trying to probably find out where we are all at. Anybody from the Houston area? Y'all may remember the black guy that got beat by 2 Baytown officers and a corrections officer who just now, you know, they indicted him on federal charges. Teddy Sims, one of the officers in that contact, he came from here. He grew up in Corrigan, started with the PD here, went to Polk County. When he went to Polk County, they essentially, him and his dad switched places. You know, they're trying to figure out what vehicle. That would be the chief right there. So come on, Corrigan. Is it that Corrigan is so corrupt that you cannot vote the mayor out? Or do y'all just like that your police chief can act however he wants, his officers can act however he wants, and there's no repercussions because he's married to the mayor? But that's why your police are so bad right now, because they can act with impunity. Who's going to get onto them? Definitely not the mayor. That's her husband. And Mr. Richard wanted respect, but as soon as we left, they wanted to jump in their cars and be able to harass us. It's very interesting. Want us to respect you, but you can't even keep from harassing us. So that's exactly what y'all did. Y'all jumped in the cars and y'all trying to find what vehicles we were in. This guy here, the chief, trying to find what vehicle everybody's in. Laughable. Number 4 is the police chief, or at least he's in that vehicle. I guess if he's going this way, I'll go this way too. So I wonder if he was in the PD the whole time. Oh no, there would be Richards. Oh, 2 of them going to harass Blue. There they both go.